Good evening, everyone. I'm John Hickey. I'm the chairman of Westwood's Board of Selectmen. And on behalf of my colleagues, Nancy Hyde and Michael Walsh, we thank you for joining us this evening. I want to first recognize our state representative, Paul McMurtry, who was so supportive in all of our endeavors. I know that we have Chief Silva with us this evening. We have the Vice President of the Firefighters Local, Anthony Burke. And lastly, but by no means last, Chief Scoble is here somewhere. There you are. We thank you for your service. This is such an exciting time. Westwood, as I like to say, is undergoing a little bit of a renaissance. In the past 3 weeks, we have broken ground on a multi-million-dollar infrastructure improvement for our water treatment plant. We have opened up a brand new fire station. We have operationalized a brand new police station. We've begun a study of our 5 prized elementary schools, all of which were built after World War II, and we're really looking to the future. But none of that pales in comparison to our commitment to those of us who serve us. And we have been blessed in Westwood for generations with amazing public servants, whether it's the teachers in our schools, our public works professionals, or those in the police and fire and ambulance service who service us so well. And continuing that tradition tonight, we want to swear in John Deckers. And this is, as I would say to John, a little bit of a homecoming for him, in that he attended Severian Brothers on Clapboard Street for high school. John comes to us after 25 years of progressive service in the West Hartford, Connecticut Fire Service. John holds a master's degree in public administration, and we are excited to welcome John to Westwood to continue the tradition of excellence in service. We know that John's character, his commitment, and his experience will serve us well. And on behalf of all of us in the town of Westwood, many of you who've traveled far, we appreciate that, and thank you for joining us. At this time, I'm going to ask our town clerk, Dottie Powers, to swear John in. John will be joined by his wife, Ellen.
John, if you could raise your right hand, please. And repeat after me. I, John Deckers,
I, John Deckers,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as Fire Chief
as Fire Chief
for the town of Westwood.
for the town of Westwood.
I, John Deckers,
I, John Deckers,
will obey and be bound
will obey and be bound
by rules and regulations
by rules and regulations
as are now
as are now
or may be established
or may be established
by the town of Westwood
by the town of Westwood
and its fire department.
and its fire department.
I, John Deckers,
I, John Deckers,
will bear true faith and allegiance
will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States,
to the Constitution of the United States,
to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and to the Charter and bylaws
and to the Charter and bylaws
of the town of Westwood,
of the town of Westwood,
so long as I shall be chief of the department.
as long as I shall be chief of the department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chief Deckers.
Thank you. Okay. I would first like to publicly thank Selectman John Hickey, Nancy Hyde, and Michael Walsh and the town administration for their vote of confidence on my selection. I am confident that working closely with the fire department personnel, the executive board of Local 1994, our first responder mutual aid partners, our police department, other town departments, the citizens and business owners, that the department will build on Chief Scoble's foundation, outstanding foundation, and advance towards building an extraordinary fire department that will continue to be modeled as setting the standard for industry best practice. As I stand here this evening, I'm not only touched, but humbled by the number of family, friends, and colleagues that have taken time out of their already busy schedules to share in this very special day. To think just 33 years ago, I was a senior attending Zavarian Brothers High School trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. It was not to be in the fire service at the time. I wasn't even thinking about it. However, it's funny that I'm standing here today thinking about that, because when I was a young child growing up in Hingham, my classroom sat right outside, what sat right outside my classroom was the Constitution Firehouse in Hingham, in which I constantly daydreamed about becoming a firefighter, watching them, of course not studying to my parents' chagrin, and wanting to be a firefighter. Over the last 25 years, so many of you here today have been my first and best teachers. I'm greatly appreciative of everything you've given me. For certain, I could not have accomplished this appointment without the support and feedback. President Abraham Lincoln was quoted as saying, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother." So to that point, I want to thank you, Mom, for making me the man I am today. Without your guidance, support, and love, I would not be here today. However, I need to broaden Lincoln's definition to include my entire family, friends, and colleagues. I am blessed to be able to thank two men for being guiding lights during my life. First, my father-in-law, who was extremely quiet by nature, but impressed upon me early that when he speaks, you should listen. He provided me with several leadership nuggets, but one that I continue to use this day, and that is everything matters, just not a lot. This helped me with being able to refine my passion in the fire service and to be able to deal with others. The second is my father. He has been my leadership inspiration my entire life, especially during my fire service career. From the debates we would have after I came back from national conferences, because I was all full of, change and everything, and he had to hold me back, to those chats, casual chats on our back deck, discussing my career aspirations and growth. He completely emulates the leadership traits of love, power, authorship, and celebration, which are a large part of my leadership toolbox. Just as a side note, there'll be more to follow on that. So Dad, thank you for all your support and guidance. As the second oldest of 7 children, I had my brothers and sisters to ensure that I developed a tough skin early in my life. Throughout the years, we taught each other to be compassionate, humble, and altruistic. My friends were brutally honest and would let me know when it was time to re-examine my direction, which helped me hone my sense of duty and level-headedness or equanimity. My colleagues provided genuine feedback to me on my leadership philosophies and practices, which helped me to better understand the concepts of system-based practice and practice-based learning, which is very important in our industry because we need to make sure that we're on the cutting edge, or in many cases, as people say, the bleeding edge of changes. We don't like to really use that when we talk paramedicine, but that's where we're going to be, on the cutting and bleeding edge of that. So collectively, everyone here today has and will continue to impact the West Hartford Fire Department's development and enhance our professional image, both individually and as an organization. I did say Westwood, right? Westwood. I caught it. Finally, I was beating myself up for days not to say that, but finally, I must thank my high school sweetheart, mother to our 3 wonderful children, 2 of which are here today, and my lifelong friend and rock that keeps me grounded and focused. Ellen, without your continuous guidance and unwavering support of my career aspirations, I would not be standing here today. Without knowing it, you have had an impact on so many more people, from the residents of Avon and West Hartford to those suffering through Hurricane Katrina, and now our new community of Westwood, supporting the family in my absence during 21 years of that weird schedule I worked, never being home and being a single parent, missing key family events and all the travel that I did in making the education and everything I did, I know has taken a toll on you. But you continue to show the greatest of fortitude, which allows me to realize the accomplishments that I am able to, and to be able to serve in this community. Again, thank you. In closing, I promise to place the town and the fire department first, to ensure that we have the proper resources, knowledge, skills, and ability to perform our duty and protect this community and provide extraordinary services. I am here to serve. So I encourage the public to stop by the firehouses and say hello to the firefighters. We enjoy speaking about our profession. We actually love it. We give tours and we provide a lot of information on ways to proactively reduce all the risks in the community, or at least we try to. So again, I thank you for this great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you.